I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care.
Berlin, and I paid $12.98.
His payments are $1,600 a month.
Okay, so today we're going to be checking out the car market again because it seems like there's endless entertainment on this subject, or doom, whichever way you want to see it. We're going to be going over a lot of different parts of the market along with your comments, so if you want to be featured in a future video, leave them down below. But you know, we have to start off these videos with the classic ridiculous car payments.
Hey Madison, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude, and it's $598 a month.
Hey Rick, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2020 Wrangler Sport, the 75th edition. I think I pay $800 a month.
Hey Murad, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
23 Dodge Charger, $858.
Hey Jose,
Yeah.
what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
2020 Charger, $650.
Hey Wesley, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2024 Power Wagon, and it's $1,000 a month somewhere.
Hey Taylor, what kind of car do you drive and what is your car payment?
I drive a 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland, and I paid $12.98.
All the way up to $1,300 a month. Now, I do think it's funny when we start getting up to these $4-figure-a-month car payments from these average workers. We start seeing people in the comments saying, you know, maybe they have a very short payment length, you know, 2 to 3 years instead of the, I guess, average now 72 months. I've seen 84 as well. And I mean, just because maybe you've heard somebody in your life actually do that, the assumption that you think that everybody with a large car payment now is doing just this is, I don't know, maybe just glass half full, but I highly doubt that. We have a comment from one of you guys. I think a lot of these steep car payments are people rolling in negative equity. So they buy one car, probably don't know to say no to all the extra products and dealer add-ons, and then they're upgrading while they're still upside down on the first car, made worse by high interest rates, and that's how you end up paying $1,400 a month for a base Jeep. It's a bad decision compounded by a bad decision, and I could definitely see that being the case for a lot of people, but it doesn't change the fact that these are still bad decisions. But at least that clip was from some sort of Jeep, Dodge, Ram dealership.
Hey Cliff, how much is your car payment?
1,030.
Is that one car or two cars?
One.
Nice. Diamond, how much is your car payment?
I pay $500 a month.
Nice. Hey Brandon, how much is your car payment?
Like 650.
Hey Valor, how much is your car payment?
650. Devontae, how much is your car payment?
800 a month.
Hey Ruben, how much is your car payment?
800.
God damn. What is your car payment?
665.
Nice.
Yeah, almost 700. Well, that's one of them. The other one is 765.
Nice.
Car payment is 561.
Nice.
I like how after almost every one of the clips, he's just like, nice. But if you did look at some of their shirts, that was a Hyundai dealership. So real quick, they made another video just going over the actual vehicles that these people drive.
What's up, Diamond? What kind of car do you drive?
So I drive a Lexus IS300.
Aaron, what kind of car do you drive?
I drive a 2023 Cadillac V.
What kind of car do you drive?
96 Bronco.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a 2018 Ford EcoSport.
What kind of car do you drive? Hey Lupe, what kind of car do you drive?
Ah, man, I'm gonna tell you, I got a toy 15 Harley Davidson Road Glide.
What kind of car do you drive?
2019 750 BMW.
What kind of car do you drive?
I drive a 2021 C8 Corvette.
So at the Hyundai dealership, none of these people actually drive Hyundais. This is the same as the last time we saw it at a Nissan dealership with everybody's cars and the prices they were paying, and none of them were driving Nissans. It was almost every other brand but Nissan. Same thing here with Hyundai. It's just very interesting. We have a comment from one of you guys. As a former car salesman, I can vouch the easiest person to sell is a salesman. When you're seeing people's sky-high payments on a daily basis, paying a high payment is normalized in your brain. I don't know, if anything, that would freak me out, especially if I was in like the financing department of some of these dealerships. But I do think that the normalizing it in your brain is a pretty good transition to the next clip that we have here.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right? Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day. Best believe that I'm gonna drive something that I like and that I'm comfortable in. And I don't care about that Apple CarPlay, whatever everybody's obsessed with. What I care about is that my windows roll up and down, that I don't have any check engine lights, and that my brakes aren't screeching. Because having an unreliable car is inconvenient. Trust me, I've had my handful of cash cars. I've been in hoopties. It was all that I could afford back then. Car troubles were the worst. So yeah, I'll pay my $700 car note. And best believe, yes, I am going to buy the maintenance package because my car needs to be on schedule for its maintenance. And listen, the real flex is buying a nice car cash, right? But we don't all have it like that, but we can't afford a little, $700 payment. And I'm cool with that. Y'all are gonna come for me, but y'all have fun on the side of the road. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so we're going to ignore the last comment right there, but this video ends up being a lot funnier. When initially you'd probably think, she's in some sort of sedan, maybe she's in a really nice souped up Camry because she was talking about reliability all the time and maintenance. And $700 car payment is still pretty crazy for a Camry, but you could get them with very high trims now and all the hybrid and crazy stuff now, but at least it would be reliable, so... Until you start searching around and she's in a 3 Series. She's talking about normalizing a $700 car payment for a reliable car and then talks about a modern BMW. She didn't care about Apple CarPlay. She wanted her windows to roll up and no screechy brakes, but I guess any car under $700 a month just doesn't have any of those features. But when you really start looking into it more, it is kind of just keeping up with the Joneses. Big open house, a giant couch, all the fancy drinks. She has fancy nails, and of course the staple Louis Vuitton bag. Just a classic. So I don't know who she's trying to convince that a $700 car payment is okay, especially if it's in the sake of reliability like she's trying to say. You could find something even brand new for less than $700, but I don't think it really matters to her. It doesn't look like she's poor at all and she could afford it. And like I've said before in any one of these videos, if you have a super high car payment but you're making a ton of money, then these videos aren't for you. But when normal people making a normal wage have a $1,000 a month truck payment, it seems ridiculous. And then they always complain that they never get ahead and it must just be inflation and all the cost of living when they're losing $10,000 a year on just car payments alone. We're not even talking about insurance for that brand new giant truck or nice sedan or SUV that they got. I just don't understand who she's trying to convince with the payments. Because again, she's in a sedan. She didn't even try to make the argument that like, oh, I'm a small woman, so I need a giant Suburban to feel safe on the road. That's an argument for a lot of people now, and then they end up paying like $70,000, $80,000 for these small school buses to drive around in. And then the joke at the end when she drives by people with broken down cars. Again, that's rich coming from a BMW owner, because like I've said before, I do like BMWs. Maybe not so much of the brand new stuff. Some of it is just hideous, but some of it is still nice. But I know that they are just absolutely terrible vehicles. The reliability is god awful. That's why you see the price of Beamers drop so fast on the used market. Nobody wants them because the maintenance is ridiculous. Maybe one day I'll get an F90 M5 because I just think they are beautiful cars. But I already know it is terrible reliability wise and the cost to just keep it running. But to make that the reason why you need a high car payment, especially for a Beamer, I just thought it was really funny. We are going to keep on a similar subject with BMW and talk about car subscriptions. I think one of the biggest ones to have a lot of backlash before is when BMW tried to put heated seats as a subscription, an $18 subscription in all of their luxury cars that were already capable of doing it. But they were going to disable it, so you'd have to buy some more DLC in the car to be able to use a feature you were already supposed to have when you initially bought the car. Now, fortunately, they got a massive amount of backlash and stepped down, but that was just the beginning of it. Now, there are tons of similar stories like this, including still in BMW.
All you have to do is go to the Connected Drive store and order the HiBeam Assistant. Within 5 minutes, your BMW will be upgraded. Your vehicle is now equipped with the HiBeam Assistant. Simply start the engine to give it a try. The High Beam Assistant is just one of the many features that you can upgrade your BMW with. And there are more to come.
And there are more to come. Great. I did talk about this in one of my previous videos, but when BMW does it, and even with them getting backlash, that just plants the seed, and then that turns into every other company doing it. Doesn't have to just be a Mercedes luxury type of high-end car. Ford drops attempt to patent tech allowed lenders to remotely meddle with cars. Ford has abandoned its patent application for a controversial system that would take over vehicles whose owners are delinquent in making payments, and in the case of self-driving cars, allow them to repossess themselves by driving to repo lots. So I mean, I guess that actually makes subscription stuff not that bad. Ford literally wanted to control your car, but luckily that was walked back. But again, just the beginning of it. We have another recent one just from a few days ago. Ford patents in-car system that eavesdrops so it could play you ads. You read the headline right. Ford has patented a system that, per the filing, would use several different sources of information in the car to customize ad content to you to play in your car. It could also identify your voice and recognize you and your ad preferences and those of your passengers. Finally, it could listen into your conversations and determine if it's better to serve you a visual ad while you're talking, wouldn't you be driving, or an audio ad when there's a lull in the conversation. So not only are you paying too much for a brand new car now, and they're still blaming the chip shortages and all of that crap, even with the inventory piling up right now because people are tired of it, still overpriced cars. There's a million different trims on every single one of these cars that are supposed to have better and better features. Now you could pay even more for a higher trim model, still have a bunch of DLC behind a paywall to use your high beams, heated seats. I mean, there's tons of it. And then after it, they will listen into your conversations and give you ads if there's dead air or some sort of visual thing on the giant, knockoff iPad that every single one of these modern cars have now. I bet that'll be a subscription, just like a YouTube Premium. I bet there'll be some sort of Ford Premium where you don't get ads, but now you have to pay an extra $10, $15 a month just to not get ads in your on average $50,000 car. I wish I was making this up. I wish I was some sort of like tinfoil hat crazy conspiracy person who's just making up right now. Just wait, at some point you'll have to pay a monthly subscription to use the AC in your car. Well, I know that sounds very extreme, but when you have automated high beams behind a paywall now for certain cars, we're getting close to some of the basic features being put behind a paywall. My roommate has a 2022 Hyundai Santa Fe, and you have to pay a subscription to unlock the record option for the cameras on the car. So the cameras could watch you and anything around the vehicles. So somebody could tap into that and actually watch you. But if you wanted to record for yourself, you have to pay an extra fee. The high beam is a DLC, got me. And I know it sounds like I'm joking. It sounds like something ridiculous, almost like dystopian, but this is actually happening now. This is another comment that was similar to what I just said. Imagine paying for an already overpriced vehicle since you have to fight tooth and nail just to get MSRP, even right now, September 2024. To them still have to pay for subscription services afterwards when you potentially already overpaid. And this guy didn't even hear about the Ford ads. So on top of that, if you stop speaking in your car, you're gonna get ads for BetterHelp and Raid Shadow Legends. Oh man. Okay, we're getting out of the subscription stuff, but we're still going to be pretty annoyed from this video. This is somebody who we've seen a couple times on this channel because she's definitely doing this on purpose for attention, but it doesn't make her decisions any less dumb.
Do y'all want to know what is worse than my Tahoe payment? You guys thought that was bad. Wait till you hear this one. It's my husband's truck. My husband drives a 2020 GMC AT4 Sierra 1500. We bought it in August of 2022. Financed it for $78,000. He still has a remaining balance of, I think it's $72,000 or $74,000. I haven't really checked recently. His payments are $1,600 a month. So y'all thought my $1,400 Tahoe payment was bad. His truck payment is $1,600 a month with an APR of 14%. So yeah, Y'all stop coming after me for my bad finance decisions and go after him because he fucked up too. Too bad he didn't buy his truck for him. I did. So yeah, I messed them both up. Oops. So maybe we should just let his truck get repossessed and keep the Tahoe, because a $1,400 Tahoe payment is a whole lot better than a $1,600 truck payment. Or maybe we should just let them both go back because we have the Audi now and don't need either of the car payments.
Like I said before the clip, this is somebody who's doing it for attention. I'm pretty sure we've gone over a clip where her $1,400 a month Tahoe payment did get repossessed, but you know, $1,400 is less than $1,600, so make fun of my husband. Doesn't make the $1,400 not a bad decision, but I'm pretty sure that's gone. And then there's a third car now. It's just, I get it. This is for attention. This is for likes. But overall, I don't know how this still has to be a net negative. It's not like, I know that TikTok's ad revenue is absolutely garbage. So she could be getting millions of views per video and it's still not a ton of money. So this still has to be way worse than just not doing this kind of stuff for attention. I don't get it. We have another comment from one of you guys. I get bent over on insurance payments. As it is, and I have no idea how people can make a car payment, period. Get the $7,000 box that runs reliably. They are everywhere, and if you're spending more than $20K on a car, you should be making $80K. I would honestly say even more than that, just to be as safe as humanly possible. But the $7,000 reliable car is starting to go away now, even with the market cooling off on both new and used, because we could take a look at some of the stuff in the car market.
3 of the best used cars that you can buy in the year 2024. First, we have a 2017 Lexus IS 300. This is by far the best bang for your buck car. The 2017 Lexus IS 300 has a nice V6 engine. It's reliable and sporty.
So I have heard of that before. I mean, it is a Lexus, so it's just a Toyota. But here we have one right here. This is 2018 IS 300, 48,000 miles, still $25,000. And this is a great price. Apparently, it's $3,000 below the fair purchase price. So yes, it can be reliable because it is still a Toyota after all, and a little bit older. So it's not super modern with all the new tech in it and all the new potential things that could break and cost a lot more, but still $25,000. And this needs premium gas, so you're going to be paying more for gas. I mean, the city highway 2232 is all right. It's nothing crazy. It's not terrible. It's kind of just right in the middle, but it's definitely going to cost you more because it is a Lexus.
Next used car is the 2021 Toyota Camry. This is a no-brainer buy because this year everyone's turning in their 2021 leases. Great used car to buy. This is a fantastic, reliable, and affordable used car that you could be buying in the year 2024. Great buy.
Again, I don't disagree with this guy at all, but here is another one. 2021 Toyota Camry XLE. Great price at almost $30,000. Only 14,000 miles. I get it. This car will last hundreds of thousands of miles, but a great price. It's only $200 below. So it is still $30,000 for a used Camry. It is, again, like I said, really good. I mean, hybrid, 44 city, 47 highway, and a full-size sedan is great. But going back to the $7,000 reliable car, that's just not the case really right now. We have another one, Camry SE with cold weather package, great deal, 26,000 miles, 1,000 below the fair purchase price, still $24,000. We're not even close to like the $10,000 mark.
The next used car that you should be buying in 2024 is a 2019 Honda Civic. I can't tell you how many times I see these cars, 200,000 miles, 300,000 miles, 400,000 miles, and they just keep on running, and they have great resale value. So when you're finally done with your Honda Civic, you can trade it in and still get a pretty good value for it.
Again, 2019 Civic, 55,000 miles, still a little bit over $14,000, and this is $3,000 below the fair purchase price. So at least we're getting there. But again, $14,000 is still a good amount over 10, and which is over the $7,000 like we saw in the comment before. Here's another one, Honda Civic Sport with, again, 60,000 miles, $18,000, $1,500 below the fair price. So we even took a look in older videos. I have a 2015 Civic, and around this 60,000 mile mark, we were still seeing my model year go from 12 to 14, sometimes 18,000. So of course people want to buy a reliable car, but it seems seems like that $7,000 to $10,000 option for these types of cars are just gone. Now we're at around the $15,000 range. Hopefully everything will keep coming down. I know it's been coming down for a couple months, just like super gradually. It's not like they've tanked at all. We probably have a year or more of hopefully steady decline to start seeing some reasonable prices again. But even right now seems to be still pretty overpriced. But we're going to switch over to somebody who is just trying to get people mad, and it worked.
What your car says about you as a man. Okay, so number one, starting off strong, if you drive any type of pickup truck, I'm automatically going to assume that you're overcompensating for another area. You probably own your own construction business and are definitely under 5'10". Next up, we have the Corvette Stingray. If I see you driving this, I'm going to assume you couldn't afford the Lambo, but good job living the American dream though. And if you have it in this specific color red, I'm going to assume you're over 40 and going through a midlife crisis. Next up, we have the G-Wagon. If you drive a G-Wagon, I'm going to automatically assume you're very successful and you own your own business and you're using this as a tax write-off or something like that. I'm also going to assume that you're a bit of a player because of how much room it has in the backseat. If you know, you know. And last but not least, we have the BMW sports car. If you drive this car, you're probably a toxic Arab who drowns himself in Dior Sauvage, especially if it's a white BMW. Oh, and you probably only date Latinas.
And she got a whole bunch of people wild in the comments for it. And I mean, she's hard trolling. She knows what she's doing when you see other videos like this.
How you can tell if a man really has money. And it's actually a very easy test. So apparently there's this new study where all you have to do is take a man's hand like this, and if his ring finger is longer than his like pointer finger, so like this one would have to be longer than this one. I mean, my nails make it hard to see, but if it's longer, it means he has money. So now I know what I'm doing on every single first date from now on. Give me your hand.
1.2 GPA logic. Another funny comment, if he doesn't have a ring on his ring finger, he has money. Room temperature IQ. And then the dating world isn't that bad in 2024. And then the dating world in 2024. But like I said, she's definitely just trying to annoy people and get engagement. Like she's basically just trolling. But I do think it's actually kind of funny how angry people get with others just because of the manufacturer of their vehicle. Like if I said like your Audi or Dodge or whatever car company you want sucks, people take it as if I've just disrespected their entire family lineage. Like they lose their mind. It's almost as toxic as having like a conversation about politics online, just back and forth. You would think with how passionate people get and how much they argue about it, like they'd actually be sponsored by these manufacturers like Ford or BMW, like they're a professional race car driver. But I guess that's what marketing does to you, because these manufacturers advertise to you, the advertisement works, so you buy a 5 or 6 figure vehicle from them. A vast majority of the time you can't afford it all, so you need to finance and in the long run pay even more money for that car because you need the money from the bank. Then you're paying interest on that just to be able to use this manufacturer's vehicle, and then you'll defend that company with your life with anybody else that doesn't like that specific car brand. It's just kind of nuts when you really think about it that way. I mean, it's genius marketing. I can't lie. And I mean, we could go into car culture as well, all the little niches and different types of cars, and they all argue about what's best. We could even talk about people who will put fake badges on their car. I mean, I see it a lot with Hondas. They'll always put the Type R badge on a base Civic. People put the AMG logo or the M Series badge on a base Beamer or a Mercedes. People also lie about their builds at car meets, which I just think is wild, because there's tons of these clips of people just straight up lying on video to somebody who would be the only person who would actually know that you're lying. I don't understand why they would lie at all. Like you're literally around all car people that know what they're talking about and know what they're looking at, and then you just try to lie right to their face. I don't get it. But we're going to finish off this video with a comment from one of you guys. I used to work at a BMW plant, and part of the incentive to work is that you had the option to lease a BMW and it would come out of your paycheck. Lease, not own. You wouldn't believe how many people took the opportunity to give BMW back part of their hard-earned money to flex in a car they would never own. Now, I do realize that a lot of this video is just specifically almost attacking BMW. Again, I'm not trying to do that. I guess a complete coincidence opinions. I'm not a BMW hater, like I said. I think some of their modern cars are pretty ugly, but some of them are really nice. Overall, pretty unreliable cars. It is really funny to see how many of these companies have a lot of people by the balls. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.